Alright, I had a fun time with you last night. And this morning. Okay, let's get this day started. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna go downtown and take some pictures. Because it's nice and relaxing, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and I think it'll be pretty sweet. It's like a perfect night for it. It's actually pretty warm, it's like in the 40s, so it should be pretty sweet. Not a whole lot of talking, I'm gonna like pop headphones in and then just go, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of that experience as well. Here we go. Okay, so I'm not as sure as much footage as I got that I wanted to, because once I got to those locations, I just was kind of like flexing my pipes a little bit, my photography pipes. And I uploaded some pictures to my Instagram, and I'm going to actually roll some of the shots that I got here. Hi. Sorry, there's a kitten. There's a kitten right next to me. I'm going to shut this. So the shots that I got, I'm really pretty happy with them. I think that they turned out good. That's one way to do it. Some of you guys commented actually and asked for me to give you guys some photography tips, and if I've ever given any photography tips, tip of the tongue, tip of the lips. And I haven't. I haven't given any photography tips because I don't feel like I'm qualified to do so. But I'll just give you a quick little thing. Like when I talk about like f-stops and shutter speeds and film speeds, that's what's up. So, very basic to start this thing out. I'm just going to tell you like one quick thing. It's pretty cool. Your f-stops. Say you have a lens, it goes from like, say 2.8 to like 22. Pretty fast lens. So what you're going to want to do, pick a spot. Stop sniffing. So for example, I shot this one at a higher aperture, which would be like a f22. So you see like from the light sources, they give off like this sweet little lens flare type thing where the streaks kind of come out from the lights, and I think it looks pretty cool. Whereas if you like shoot wide open, or if you bump down to like an f2 or something, you're not going to get that same effect, but it's going to let more light in to your camera. This does not make really any sense at all. I don't know. It sounded like such a good idea at the time. And then also what kind of like factors in is your ISO, which is like how fast your it used to be film, but how fast it's your film speed. I don't know what it's called on digital. As well as your shutter speed, that's how long your shutter stays open for. Let's go back to the basics. Shutter speed is how quick the shutter opens and closes, which means when you take a picture, shutter opens and captures that moment and shuts. So, for example, if you're shooting at nighttime, you'd want more light to come in. So in that instance, you would want it to probably be open longer, which is why you want to also use a tripod, because it will be blurry if you do that, because you just physically can't stay still. It has to be perfectly still. And then your f-stops, your apertures, That's how wide your lens opens up, essentially. So like a higher number, like say an f/22, that's going to be like really small, like that. And then say you're shooting at like an f2, then that's really like wide open. So you don't need as long as a shutter speed when you're shooting at an f2 because see, more light can come in. More light can come into an f2 than like an f/22, for instance. Make sense? Probably not. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. Sorry, I just did a piss poor job at explaining it. But needless to say, I'm pretty happy with it. I also did this sweet little light trail thing. I showed it before. Basically what a light trail is it leaves the shutter open, so any light that's going to come in is going to basically be put on the photo. And since I was like dressed in dark clothes, you couldn't actually see my body because my body obviously wasn't producing any light, and the flashlight was. So I took this shot and I spelled out Cincy, and then once the shutter closed and everything, then all that was left was that light trail that I drew with my flashlight, and it left that sweet little picture. So if anything that you learned today, it's light trails, and light trails are really freaking sweet. I don't know. I like it. It's exciting. If you think like these pictures are sweet that I've just featured here right now, just wait until Europe. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like find out the most efficient way to shoot that I can really like fly through my settings and get the best pictures possible for your enjoyment. For those of you who bought the PDF book or the actual photo book, it's gonna be freaking sick. That's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just chilling here inside this house with my animals going crazy. It was good to get out. Haylee and Sherri are getting back on Monday, so until then, love you guys. See you guys tomorrow.